Andreas Giorgio here for MMA Plus at SBG Manchester, joined by the man who's going to be main eventing Cage Warriors 80 this weekend, Matt Inman. Huge fight, huge title fight against the toughest opponent you've had to date, Karl Amoussou, renowned around the world as a competitor. We're at fight week. It's, a big build-up. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling ready to go. Like you say, it's a huge fight. It's a huge opportunity. Huge show, huge stage, good opponent. I'm excited to get in there now.
We were just kind of talking off camera there, but you were one of the first interviews that this company, MMA Plus, ever did. And to be here 5 years later, you're now arguably the best 170-pounder in this country. The journey's just been crazy, man. What do you think about it?
Yeah, it's just, I always say to my guys I coach in here, consistency is key. You want to get good, you want to get to where you want to be, keep turning up, keep putting the work in and see where that takes you. We did this interview maybe 5 years ago now, and there's been ups and downs on that road, but the thing is when you have those downs, you just take them, roll with them, get back at it and keep working and see where you can go. And I don't feel like I'm done yet. I feel like I'm still moving forwards.
Yeah, it's been an incredible journey, and without question, it's nowhere near finished yet for you. You're reaching this potential now to claim your first major championship belt with Cage Warriors. Amoussou, he's been quite vocal about the fight. He said he's going to either knock you out or submit you. He's predicting a finish. Do you think he's underestimating you?
No, I don't think he's underestimating me, because if you listen to what he's saying, he understands the task in front of him, I don't doubt. But like you talk about guys saying we're gonna brutally finish you, knock you out. What else can he say? And I think he knows those are his paths to victory. Those are the things he's got to do. So he's got to say that. I think he's not going to say and stand there and say I'm gonna outpick Matt over 5 rounds.
Yeah.
He knows he needs to go in there and put it on me early, and I know that as well. And he's going to say that. He says what he says.
What will it mean to you to win that championship belt?
Yeah, winning the belt would be massive, but to be honest, that's kind of for afterwards. Like you say, we sat here on fight week now, and my only focus is those 25 minutes I'm inside that cage, that putting the absolute best performance I can during the fight. The belt, the connotations, the belt, all that stuff, I'll think about that on Sunday morning. But right now it's all about the performance. It's all about getting in there and doing the work.
Is that naturally how you are, thinking about the external factors? Is that what you just kind of leave until afterwards? Are you fully focused on the task at hand? Is that just who you are?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I can't see any other way I could be, really. I could be sat here now thinking, I could have the belt and then this and that, and maybe the UFC will be watching and this kind of thing. But that's never really why I've been into this game. When I was, starting out, not even that long ago, fighting in front of 500 people at social clubs, I wasn't doing it because I wanted shiny belts or I wanted to be on TV. I was doing it because I love mixed martial arts, and that's my passion. That's what I want to do. So of course, it's fantastic to be on such a big stage and to be fighting for such a prestigious title. But I'd be doing this in front of 50 people or millions of people. It doesn't matter to me. It's the MMA that I want to do.
100%. You look at the 170 division, and I don't just mean in Cage Warriors. I mean every British welterweight. And if you just compare the names side by side, from the Paul Daly's and the MVPs down to the Lou Longs and the Matt Inmans and the Ryan Scopes and the Alex Lahores and the Nathan Joneses, we've got some serious 170s at the minute.
Yeah, no doubt. This is one of the kind of things that always strikes me. You see, you look at the guys in the UFC now, and I think just in the UK, in the unsigned guys, alone, like you said, like myself, Lou, Ryan Scope, whoever it is, we've got guys who could bounce straight into the rankings in the UFC, but it's just out here, just Europe. There's so many fewer opportunities, so many fewer opportunities, and we're all we're basically just in this big shark tank, picking each other off, looking to get UFC contracts or bigger contracts, and that's why we're all so tough. That's why the level's at it as, because everyone has to bring the game up together, and we're all fighting each other.
On the subject of Lou, a lot of people wanted to see you and him fight for the belt in a rematch. It didn't happen. Cage Warriors went a different way. They brought in Karl Amoussou. That fight for you, I know you said that was never offered, but a potential rematch with Liu Long, as long as you're still on the UK circuit, is that something you'd like?
Yeah. I think there's, that the fight with Lou, I think, was right before I turned the corner. That was kind of one of those fights in my career that kind of pushed me to look at things a little bit differently and make some changes. So, I think I've made some big improvements since then. So that's something I'd definitely like to show. In terms of the matchmaking side of it, I know like there's been I've caught a fair bit of flack for not fighting Lou for the title, but honestly, people massively overestimate how much say I have in the matchmaking process. This is completely out of my hands. I get the call. You want to fight this guy? I fight this guy. That's what I do. So if I get that call and that's the offer, then we'll do that, no doubt.
You say massive changes. Do you mean inside the cage, or do you mean lifestyle and mental preparation as well?
Yeah, everything. I think the main change is, like you say, lifestyle. That changed a lot. I mean, like previously, my previous run with Cage Warriors, when I went 4 fights unbeaten, basically the last time people were talking about title challenges and stuff like that, I was essentially almost a full-time student. I was working full-time in the gym, personal training and that kind of thing, and I was working a security job 5 nights a week as well as trying to train for a mixed martial arts career. And I look back at that now and I just wonder how I did it. I kind of got by on the fumes. I've been fortunate in a lot of ways since then, like things have, the way things have panned out, but I can basically focus on my training full time now, and that's allowed me to improve my technique immeasurably, and also the mental side of the game. I think as I'm kind of maturing naturally and doing more work on that side, I'm feeling a lot stronger in there mentally as well.
Let's just focus quickly on SBG Manchester, because you'd be forgiven for walking into this gym and being starstruck with the guys like you, with Saul Rogers, Martin Stapleton, Jordan Desborough. The list goes on and on of legitimate guys that in this country have helped forge and helped preserve UK MMA to what it is and what it continues to grow. What is it about SBG Manchester right now? Because honestly, and I don't mean this as a disrespect to any other gyms, it's really hard to look past SBG as the #1 gym in the UK right now.
Yeah, we're doing pretty well. I think we're going to do a lot better. I think really, again, this is just the start. What you see now, like we've got hundreds of guys, we've got tens of guys coming through who are going to make big impacts in the future. Young guys like the next generation. But what makes the gym work so well, I think there's a great team atmosphere. We kind of work together. We work individually as well, because at the end of the day, MMA is an individual sport, and we understand when we're inside the cage, like it's all well and good being teammates with Stapes and Saul, but they're not in there fighting with me. I've still got to do the work myself. But we'll pull together in the gym, the way we train and kind of the camaraderie and the banter around that, and it makes turning up to work every day fun. And I think that's the same way for a lot of the lads. We're just basically a group of people who enjoy our training. We don't get carried away with, who the other names on the mat and stuff like that are, and just getting the work done like that.
I know you don't like to look too far into the future. You're very focused on here and now, but it is genuinely a legitimate possibility that if you do defeat Karl Amoussou and you do raise that Cage Warriors title belt above your head, that the UFC definitely could come calling for you. I know it's something that has been in the pipeline. It's been a dream of yours for such a long time now, and now that it's actually a genuine possibility, does it give you a weird kind of feeling?
I think it could do if I let it, but my focus right through now till Saturday night is it has been for the last two or 3 months now, 100% on this fight, what I have to do during this performance. Like I said, just like thinking about the belt, thinking about the UFC and that kind of thing, that's all for afterwards. You know, I'll no doubt if I perform well in this fight, I'll take a step closer to that goal being realised. But without this performance, without me showing up on Saturday night, that's for naught. So that's where my focus remains.
Final one now, Matt. Cage Warriors coming back to London. You know, O2 Indigo. It's going to be a really good environment. It's a different environment for Cage Warriors, kind of similar to the old days when they did Kentish Town. It's a nice, intimate environment. Are you looking forward to performing in that?
Yeah, I think this will be probably my 5th fight in London with Cage Warriors now, including my Cage Warriors debut, which like you said was at the Kentish Forum in that kind of boiler room atmosphere, which is always good to get out there in. So yeah, it's going to be a great night. You look down the card they've put together. I think this is the best Cage Warriors card I've seen in years, like top to bottom. Some really great fights. You've got Stapes fighting on there, which should sell the show itself. You've got me. I've never been in a bad fight. Karl Amoussou's never been in a bad fight, so I don't see how this is going to be a bad fight. And then the rest of the card's stacked as well, so it's going to be a great night.
Matt, thank you so much for your time. Wishing you the best of luck this week, making history and hopefully raising that Cage Warriors belt above your head. Thank you for your time.
Thanks very much, guys.
Cheers.